Hello everybody, Texocat here, and on this week's episode of Texocat, I'm going to be looking under here to see if my car needs to go to the garage. Sorry, imitation is the best form of flattery, right? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to look under the valve cover now, which is something I should have done a long time ago. I've been living on borrowed time. So I need to see if I have got the nasty plastic cracked tensioners under there that are going to explode, or the nice new metal ones. And I have been able to find out a little bit more about the car in the meantime. The previous owner, I've discovered, was a bit of a car aficionado, in particular with Jaguars and Rolls-Royces. And so I'm hoping he knew that the tensioners have to be done. I found a picture of him with his head under the bonnet hood of a Rolls-Royce. So I'm piecing it together. I'm hoping that it has been done, but we'll see. We'll see what's under the valve cover. So apparently the easiest side to do is the right-hand side, passenger side in the US. It seems like it might be easier on the other side, but everyone seems to hate the dipstick bracket that has to be moved to get to the valve cover, etc. So on this side, there's more stuff to remove by the looks of it. The airbox, intake, and all this stuff. These cover, oh, I think that's broken anyway. So I'll just start getting under here. I need to get under here anyway because I need to see what the filter is like under there. It's probably disgusting. Okay. So first, we'll take this breather pipe off, which is a bit fragile apparently. So carefully take it off. Next going to be intake pipe here, 8mm socket at the top. More extender. 6mm socket for the collar that holds the intake onto the airbox. And there she goes. So these can crack apparently and cause problems, but that one looks all right. There's an electrical connection here that goes onto the mass airflow sensor here, and it should have this little clasp on it, but mine just snapped off, so that's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully it will just go back on and it will hold on there. So I've got the top of the airbox housing off, the filter's in there. I'll get a new one for that at some point soon. Yeah. Next, gonna remove the coil pack cover here, 7mm socket and 6 bolts. It's a bit fiddly to get to a couple of them. Now, 2 out of the 6 of these feel like something's going on. From what I can tell, they bolt into like an insert on the valve cover, and the insert on the valve cover might slip out. Okay. This one does not feel right. 3. I think this is just turning. Yeah, I mean, they're still in there, and I feel like I can actually just lift this cover off. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, nothing's ever easy on this car, I'm learning. So yeah, you can see there's these inserts here, I guess. So more fun and games. Good. Now time to remove the coil packs. Again, 7mm socket. So there's 2 bolts on each coil. So I've removed the coil packs. 2 out of 4 of them lost their little boot in there, so that's more fun and games. So, the valve cover. These are 8mm, but there's 2 of these which are kind of extended, and you need a long 10mm socket to get a purchase on them. Also, if you're going to do this, you might want to attempt this one first. The bottom corner here, because it's impossible to get to unless you have a little dinky one like this. I might have a little dinky one. So yeah, maybe start with that one and get a little dinky thing like this. This can also help. It's 8mm with a grip on the back. Yeah, now that it's finger loose, I can just get that out. It really helps to have tiny girl-like hands when working on a Jaguar. That was fiddly. I'm actually wondering if I should have left it in there, because it doesn't seem like it wants to go anywhere, so maybe I'll leave the other ones in there. Okay, 11 to go. So yeah, it does seem like the bolts don't actually have to be removed from the valve cover because they're kind of held in place. I removed one, so hopefully that won't screw everything else up when it goes back on. Some of these are pretty tricky to get to. I would recommend getting one of these, an 8mm one. Okay, so there's a couple of electrical clips for the wiring. Just pop them off. I'm a little bit nervous now because it did loosen up easily, and so now I can remove the valve cover and I can see what's under there. I don't fancy the chances of there being a metal timing chain tensioner under there, but maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe today's my lucky day. Maybe the guy that owned it before, the Rolls-Royce Jaguar enthusiast, knew what he was doing, you know, neglected the rest of the car, but knew that under here is what he had to really do. Okay, I'm not going to look. I'm just going to remove the valve cover. There she is. I'm not looking. Okay, let's see if we can get a close-up. Moment of truth. Can I just... Okay, well, let's see. Oh, what? Guys, I think I've just wasted my whole morning, because I think that looks like... I think that's a metal timing chain tensioner. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, baby. That is such good news. Ha. Now, can I actually see... I knew the guy who had it before knew what he was doing. He looked after this baby. Can I see down there to see if the primary tensioners were done? I'm feeling pretty good about this. So as I enjoy my mid-morning break with a crumpet, cheese and Marmite, I think there were a few signs that the tensioners had been done already. The fact that someone's obviously been in there under the coil pack cover, someone's obviously had that off before. And there is like a green sticker on the valve cover itself, which is quite tatty. You can't really read what it says, but it does appear to be a green sticker on the valve cover. And I wonder if that is a sticker to say that it has been done, that the tensioners are okay. But, you know, it's best to know for sure, I guess. So overall, to get that off, you know, with a lot of faffing around, to get the valve cover off, it's probably like an hour. Maybe not even that really, if you've got the right tools, and yeah, so it's worth doing. Now I just need to find what the other noises are.